Hey everybody, this video is going to cover utilizing lead magnets in your organic social media to build a list of interested individuals, start conversations with them, and ultimately get them on a call with you. So, if you've already watched the Facebook or organic social profile video about how to set up your profile so that people understand who you are, what you do, and how you can help them, this is really the next step in that. So, in order to do this effectively, you would have needed to already have followed those steps in that video. You would have needed to start building your friends list with people who are actually in your target market by seeking them out in Facebook groups, adding them as a friend, things like that. So if you try this before you have a friends list that's actually open to what you're offering, it's not going to achieve the same types of results. So please keep that in mind. But this can be a really, really good next step to that. And this is ultimately using a gated content offer. So if you watch that offers training, which if you have not, you need to take a second, go and check out my training on offers. But gated content offers are essentially a type of offer. However, they're very low barrier to entry because you're giving away something valuable in exchange for someone's contact information. So, a lot of you may think that in order to do a lead magnet, you need a lead magnet funnel, you need all this automation and all that jazz. Well, let's be honest, in reality, those things are pretty necessary, but you don't have to start there. You can do something a lot more basic while you're trying to build momentum. So I'm going to go ahead and have you take a look at these organic posts that are in this resources folder. But before we do that, we'll just take another quick look at my personal Facebook profile so you understand how this can be used. So as you can see, my cover photo, it says, click to apply for the new local marketing mastery. So when someone clicks here, they have got on the right hand side, click here to book a call and see if it's a good fit. So this isn't ultimately a lead magnet necessarily, but this is a good example of using those links in your organic profile to drive people towards that next step. So if you did have some sort of opt-in page for that lead magnet, you could put a link to it here if you want to drive someone there first. But you can also put it right here in your intro. So this link specifically is to one of my lead magnet funnels. And again, you do not have to go crazy with this. You do not even need a funnel or an opt-in page to get started. However, it's definitely highly recommended. But I'm going to give you some suggestions on how to do this very low cost, if not free. The first thing I want to remind you, though, is anywhere that you're driving traffic, such as directing people towards a link, a resource, or an asset, you want to be building data from that. And what that means is your Facebook pixel really should be on that page so that you can track those people and ultimately retarget them later, even if you're not running ads today. So that's a huge benefit of actually having a landing page set up for your lead magnet. If you have a website already up, you can use a page on your actual website to make this happen. You would need some sort of form tool. You can use things like Thrive Architect. You could use contact forms. There's a couple of different things that you can use for that, but set up a brand new page just for this lead magnet, title it with a headline that tells them to get this lead magnet, what it's going to be, and then just have name and email opt-in. So as long as you have that Facebook pixel on that page, on that next page, you're going to be able to track that and you'll be able to build your email list a little bit more automatically. You will, however, need to make sure that when that form is submitted, you know how to deliver that lead magnet to that person. So depending on what you're using, that's going to be done differently, but just know that that is an option for you. Another option that isn't quite as good, but still doable, is using something like a Google form. And you actually can embed Google Forms on pages as well. So again, create this form, have that action upon submit to be able to give them that lead magnet. And you're just going to pixel the page. You're not going to pixel the actual Google form. So those are some low cost ways to have a simple opt-in for your lead magnet. You can't just be silent on social media and then all of a sudden just post things about lead magnets and expect to get a ton of traction. You actually want to start the process by using things that are asking for engagement. So this is a good example right here. And it's very simple. It says, I cannot work in silence. What's your favorite thing to listen to while you work? So definitely want to keep this in line with what you do. Obviously, I focus on helping local businesses, other marketers. And so talking about things related to work is a good fit for me. It may not be for you. So ask questions that your audience, your ideal audience, would want to respond to. And anytime you give people an outlet to share their opinion, they really like that. So this had 95 comments on it of things that people wanted to share with me in terms of what they like to listen to. So another example of this would be a random thought post. This says, random thought, I think 90% of local businesses could have a recurring or subscription-based offer to drive more leads and revenue, yet almost none do. So I'm not asking for anything here. This wouldn't necessarily get quite as much engagement, but it's definitely something to start testing. 86 in terms of likes. We also could do things like results-based post. So we've got this month, we got 235 leads, 25 appointments, and 8 calls for a kitchen and bath business on $2,000 ad spend, not bad in a COVID lockdown. So sharing results is a great way to get the attention of people who want those same results. This is another example, but this is actually about a lead magnet before it's ever been created. So this is a way to get an idea of what your audience would even be interested in the first place before you take the time to build it. So I said, if I did a free class showing local businesses how they can take products, services, or knowledge and sell online, would you be in? 120 comments on that. And lots more. So if you want to actually get people to request something that you have, it's very simple. Who wants my 2 comma club strategy for local businesses? Drop an emoji and it's yours. 315 comments on that. So once you start doing this, you're going to see that people are interested in certain things more than others. And you're going to be able to use that to craft your future lead magnets and your lead magnet funnel. This one said, I just made the coolest spreadsheet to formulate Facebook ad budget breakdowns in 2.3 seconds. No more spending blindly. Drop your favorite emoji to get a copy before I start charging for it. So this is a great format to use, 257 comments. These are just from my personal profile. If you do that, you're going to get people who are asking for what you have. This is another example who wants to watch my social media marketing world presentation on local ad strategy for free, 131 comments. So the question is, what do you do after someone says they want it? First step is realizing that Facebook algorithm, it likes things that are being engaged with. And the more people engage, it gets bumped up in that newsfeed and in that algorithm and shown to more people. So as people start commenting, you want to be strategic about responding. So what that means is if I get 50 comments right away, I don't want to respond to all 50 comments right away. I want to like about 5 of them, comment about 5 of them. A couple hours later, do 5 more. Maybe the next day, do 5 more. Every single time you're doing that, you're bumping it back up and more people are seeing it. So you're able to get more engagement and more people to say, hey, yeah, that's something I want. So make sure you're doing that on all of your organic posts. You need to be conscious about how many people you're responding to and in what format you're doing that. So liking is always great. Responding is even better. Just don't do it all at once. Then you're actually going to send those people a message and say, hey, I saw that you requested this thing from me. I'd love to send it to you. Give me your best email address and I'll shoot that over to you. You can copy and paste that message and send it to everybody on that list. You could respond to their comments, letting them know that you sent them a message. Hey, I shot you a message. Make sure you got it. So you do want to try and mix up the verbiage you're using and not have every visual comment say the exact same thing, but 3 or 4 variations is fine. Copy and paste those if you want to move through them quickly. But if you're doing them in small batches, it's a little bit easier. So once they give you their email address, you're going to shoot them an email with that lead magnet, but you want to keep the conversation going in Messenger. So ask them, hey, what was it about this that you really wanted? Ask them questions that would help them share their challenges related to what you do. And you can simply ask them, hey, I'd love to talk to you about how I could help. If you want to schedule a call, like, let me know. Here's the link to book that. Use your free Calendly link if you need to. And then you're going to start actually getting those free organic leads through Messenger. You've also got that opportunity to continue to follow up with them through email. Take those emails, make sure you're putting them in a spreadsheet so you can use them as a custom audience so that you can upload them if you have an email marketing system. And even if you don't have one right now, you're going to have one in the future. So you want to make it easy to keep those emails organized and use them later. So hopefully this has been helpful. And if you have any questions on this, let me know.